For me, definitely, I enjoyed summer STEM a lot more than I thought I was going to. I have like a Snapchat flashback with the caption, "Oh no, I like GSMST now. Like, what do I do?" Because I thought I was just gonna like not like it and then just go back to my home high school, but I ended up loving it, and here we are, graduating.
There was a large group of people who went to GSMST, and I was talking to them about it in 8th grade, and they were always stacking up expectations about, oh, the math classes are going to be so difficult, you're going to be on the grind constantly, like 5 hours of sleep maybe a night. It was sincerely fun, and I think it was all chalked out to be way larger than it actually was.
I didn't even like know I was coming here until my parents had already like applied me. So it was at first I didn't even want to come here, but I'm pretty glad I did because I got to meet these guys. So it was just I'm very happy. This is a really good school and I like it here.
Like I went to summer STEM without any like expectations of what GSMST was. Like my parents were just like, "Oh, good school, you should go. It's good for you." I didn't expect much, and I mean, I think it was a pretty good display of what GSMST was because I was already slacking on the assignments for summer STEM. So in that way, I mean, it showed a bit of GSMST. It was quite interesting too.
I think it was pretty similar for me. Like I knew Utkarsh in middle school, so I think like we just kind of hung out and kind of had our little group. Like you kind of do just kind of find solace in your like home high school friends, especially at the beginning.
North was like already such a big school, so we had so many people that we already knew.
Yeah, so that was I think a good benefit. And it's funny because we all like have like this shared recollection of like some like things that happened during summer STEM. Like one kid that got like thrown into a trash can or something, and then like we all like have this like random recollection of that.
Oh, phys ed. I'm not gonna lie. I had Mr. Holman. He graded really hard at that time, but I feel like phys ed was probably like my favorite class. I don't know why. That's where I kind of like fell in love with engineering.
I think that phys ed was where I learned to talk to people and where I learned to actually like communicate with people and know like, oh my gosh, there's so many people. Oh, I can't do it. It was where I learned to present because I recall that Mr. McVeigh, he was like, if you say in your presentation, you're done. All right, you're out of here.
Chemistry was fun. I like chemistry.
No.
That's
I had
your teacher liked you.
Mr. Calhoun.
Yeah.
He did like me, but Mr. Calhoun was cool. I really liked him a lot. Cool. I also had a really cool class, so that was fun.
On the second day of school, I don't know, I was like really nervous coming to school or something like that, and I felt like so sick. So I didn't even make it to my first period. I went straight to the clinic, and then I went home. And then when I came back on the third day, someone on my phys ed table was like, I thought you dropped out. And I was like, dang, these people had no faith in me. Here I am.
Tell what you done, yeah. When I look at you in your eyes, I see there's something burning inside you. Oh, inside you, in your eyes. I know it hurts to smile, but you try to. Oh, you try to. You always try to hide the pain. You always know just what to say. I always look the other way. I'm blind in your eyes.
So one time we were building our dragster cars for TSA. So we had to go down to the engineering room where there's like a bunch of like equipment with like sanding and stuff. And me and Kenny were sanding our car. I gave the thing to him, and then the machine like low-key exploded. so yeah, that happened, and then Mr. Wynn had to fix the machine. that happened. It was pretty cool. That wasn't cool.
Not cool.
Just like
Oh,
not
the Chick-fil-A escapades. Dude, we used to go so much in
Freshman year?
We raided that place.
Yeah, like we like booked out that entire like area. Like it was just us, and we were like not the best group to be like. We were like loud and not.
We're
very
still
good.
I remember first time I went to Chick-fil-A, it was after Inside Scoop, and I was with Isbon, Kenny, Nathan, and it was pouring outside, and we all just ran in the rain there. And then we got there, and it was already crowded with people who were all wet.
I was in orchestra freshman year, and I'd go to have concerts at already like 7 p.m. So we would go to Chick-fil-A for like hours, and then like at night we all just run back, and it was just fun. And then like after, just after the concert, we would kind of just like play around. And I like also saw that in like the work days of international as well. So
we come into this school thinking like it's all gonna be like science and math, but that wasn't even that hard like compared to writing. Because writing, I'd spend a lot of time writing the essays, and like even though I've improved a lot, it's a very painful process.
Yeah.
I did not enjoy it.
Like I look back at some of the stuff I wrote like freshman year and
You're
before
like,
that, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah, I think like even though it was like one of the most difficult classes for me, I think it made me a much better writer. I think with Mr. Andrews, Miss Milstead, and Miss Covan, I think, and like many other teachers, but like I think they made me a much better writer, and like I think I've improved a lot since freshman year. Like when like Roshna said, when I look back on my writing from like 9th grade, it's completely different.
Yeah, and then like the feedback that Jack was talking about, it's actually really good. So like you'd be staying up all night the day before, and then like finishing after spending like 6 hours, and then in like a week or two you'd see your paper back and you'd be like marked with a bunch of words, and like it was kind of depressing, yeah, but then but then there were actually really good improvements, and then that's what helped us build those skills over time.
Yeah, sophomore year, it's like an unpopular opinion, but I actually loved sophomore year. I had Mr. Brown first period, so I always start my day off good because he's like so funny. And then, yeah, sophomore year was the year that we got into GSLT, so that was like pretty big for the rest of my experience at GSMST.
I want you, baby, my sugar boo. I'm levitating, the Milky Way. We're renegading, yeah, 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 yeah. I got you, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you all night. Come on, dance with me. I'm levitating. You, moonlight. You're my starlight. I need you.
I feel like it was like the people that actually made it better, like being able to like hop on Zoom and have that comfort of knowing that like other people are also like experiencing it is what like made it better, I guess.
Like almost every teacher I've had at GSMST is great, just in like in terms of personality on top of teaching. But Dr. Morgan, he really stands out for me because even during COVID when we were online, he still had like a personality. He managed to keep the class engaged. And then having controversial issues with him in junior year, it was just a great experience.
I think the virtual year was really hard. I was virtual for both semesters, and it was difficult. I think it was really draining mentally, and it was weird to not see people. But oddly enough, the biggest part of my virtual year is sitting right here because we became really close like just when COVID hit, end of freshman year. So my entire sophomore year, all of my Snapchat memories, everything is all Hannah. And I think that I think in a way that the online year, while it was really tough on me, I think that it did really help solidify some friendships.
Like I like building things, like the bridge. I was building that during calculus.
Oh, bridge went crazy.
My bridge, it didn't work
It
really.
was like 5 gallons.
Actually, first semester of the pandemic, I kind of loved it. I don't know, like being at home. Like, for the most part, I was on my own schedule. I didn't have to like wake up super early because I lived kind of far from school, so I didn't have to like sit through the car ride. So I was cool with that. But then second semester, it was not the move. I won't lie. I got like too into the routine of just being at home, and then like just being with. I love my family, but like just being with them 24/7. It was a little like mentally exhausting.
Quarantine for me was like a time where I just had time, like I just had time for myself, so I just like dabbled in a lot of stuff. So like guitar, like film photography, I think recently I've been getting into film photography, so that was really cool.
I'll say this is one of my fonder memories. I was up. This was during the digital. This was during sophomore year. I needed to do my science fair because
We love
I
science
needed to
fair.
do it before the end of the semester, second semester, because otherwise I would fail the class. And so I decided that because I already had all my data, but I was like, I don't want to do it. I'm dying. And I decided that night I would not die, I suppose. And so I stayed up and I completed all the things. I turned it in, and then I remember I slept through my classes the next day. But that was okay because I got science fair done. And I felt like a sense of, I guess, overwhelming relief.
His house burned down. The secondary house.
Newsflash, spoiler alert. Yeah. But that's besides the point. Sophomore year, over. We move.
Say junior year, because again, after COVID, spending so much time at home, I needed to get out. And I think junior year, yeah, because overall academics or outside of school as well, like that was just my best high school year so far.
Coming back in person, amazing. I was so glad to see all of them. And yeah, just building memories, just coming back to school. I feel like junior year after sophomore year online was also a bit easier. Connections. Making connections with people, being face to face was something that I don't think all of us realized that we craved.
Yeah.
Yeah, junior year was hard, not gonna lie. It was difficult. Sometimes you just BC, sometimes you realize just things aren't your vibe. But it's okay. It's okay. We made it through. But yeah, I think it definitely helped me become closer to all of you guys, so I'm very thankful.
Take a look inside your heart. Is there any room for me? I won't have to hold my breath till you get down on one knee, because you only want to hold me when I'm looking good enough. Did you ever fool me? Would you ever picture us? Every time I pull my hair, it was only out of fear that you'll find me ugly and one day you'll disappear. Because what's the point of crying? It was never even enough. Did you ever want me? Was I ever good enough?
We also wanted to ask you guys if you have like a favorite event that stands out, like whether it be like prom, FOCO, spring dance, IN, anything.
Oh yeah, for sure. Class week class basketball in the fall. I've actually gotten the ability to play in my junior and senior year. We won senior year, go class of 2023. But yeah, I think that's probably my favorite, just the athletic, just being able to show your athletic ability and just like that overall competition. That's my favorite part.
So after 3 years, you're almost at the finish line here, and if you could go back and talk to your freshman self, what would you tell them?
I would definitely tell myself to really focus and to not procrastinate and none of that. And I still do that to this day. So obviously I haven't learned my lesson. But every day I tell myself, man, I wish I go back in time, bruh. Because if I did that, I would have gone I would definitely step my game up. I would have focused more. I would have joined more clubs, and I would have
It's been a lot more fun. I love leaving after fifth period. It's like the most chef's kiss thing ever.
Alicia wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know.
you would not know. But leaving at 1:15 is amazing.
It's been very chill, and I feel like I've kind of come into myself now. So I'm preparing for college, and it's just I feel like I'm finally entering that adult stage that I've been waiting for since freshman year.
I like the short kind of small environment with the close relationships we formed with people here. But I think in college I want to experience something a little more than that, because I want to see a lot of people from different, fields, completely like different interests and stuff, and just like being able to see new people wherever I go, I think it'd be like a cool experience.
Wanted me, I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. What you what you do? Made a move, could've made a move. If I knew, I'd be with you. Is it too late to pursue? I bite my tongue, it's a bad habit.
Do you all have anything you want to say to the senior class?
What's good, gang?
Go us! We did it! I'm glad that I'm graduating with you guys, and this is like so embarrassing. Sorry, okay, I can't like.
There's no way you can say that with a straight face. There's no way a full face you would say that.
I'm glad I can't do it.
It was pretty fun, you know, spend these last 4 years with y'all. And obviously, I might see some of y'all in college. I hope everybody, the class of 2023, we make it through, we keep pushing forward.
Do what makes you happy? I'm really glad to have met a lot of you guys. You guys have made a big impact on me as a person, just our class in general. So thank you guys so much. Good luck.
Yeah, love you guys.
You guys are cool. I think we all love you. I don't know about y'all, but I love them.
I love you guys too. Quad. Kenny.
What is going on? Well, I mean, you know, we made it. Now we did it, and now it's time for the harder part. Okay, we all have to go to college.
Bye, guys.
You shoot across the sky. Baby, you're a firework. Come on, let your colors burst. Make 'em go, You're gonna leave 'em behind, Even brighter than the moon. Even brighter than the moon. Trap, money, penny. Got me in my feelings. Gotta be real with it. Yeah. Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? Say you never ever leave from beside me. 'Cause I want you, and I need you. And I'm down for you always, KB.